instead of the law. I find it that it is every law-abiding citizen's duty to follow the law, the Constitution, and the constituted authorities. I stand by that principle, no matter who may desert it. I stand by it in order to preserve peace between the North and the South, the free and the slave states. Let the states stand by their constitutional right. Let the states mind their own business and leave their neighbors alone, and we will have no trouble on the question. We here in Illinois, we tried slavery. As a territory, we found it was not good for our condition and our surroundings, and hence we abolished it. It was our right to do so. We then adopted a free state constitution, and it was our right to do so. In this state, we declare that a Negro shall not be a citizen, but yet shall not be a slave. And it was our right to adopt that policy. Just as much it is the right of Missouri to adopt the other policy. I speak of the constitutional rights, no religious or moral rights. I let the people of Missouri speak to their morals. Let themselves debate on that issue. I say that the members and citizens of the slave states are civilized men as well as ourselves, have consciences as well as ours, and are accountable only by God and their own posterity, not by us. So it is with every state in the Union, and it is no one, Mr. Lincoln or the Republican Party, to speak and say that Kentucky has no conscience. Let us continue to go on the way we have by popular sovereignty, and we will continue to increase our wealth, our population, our power, and all the elements of greatness until we become the admiration and terror of the world. It was under that principle that we received with safety that stream of intelligence from the old world that constantly flows to the new, filling our prairies, clearing our forests, building our cities and towns, and all our internal improvements, until we thus become the asylum of the oppressed of the whole earth. We have a mission to perform, and we can only adhere faithfully to that principle in order to fulfill that mission. It is better for Mr. Lincoln and the Republican Party to adopt the policy of judge not, lest ye shall be judged. Better to perform our duties at home and to build a better fate for our future. Hence I say, let us maintain our government the way our fathers made it, and allow the states to keep slavery and the people to determine that, and to abolish it whenever they see fit. Thank you.
Gentlemen, I won't keep you here much longer. I don't think I'm alone in saying that there is much in the principles Judge Douglas enumerates with which I agree, and he will find little controversy with me on those. As long as he maintains that states have the right to do as they please on domestic matters, such as slavery, he and I are in complete agreement. But when he tries to tell you that I think, in regard to the issue of slavery, that as a nation we must be all one or the other, he argues erroneously. The variety of our local institutions in these states springs from the differences of the soil, the differences of the faces of our country, and the differences of our climates. In these, we are a house united, not divided. When one part of the nation can supply the needs of another, and another part can fulfill the wants of the first, these are not matters of discord. These are bonds of union. While we may all have different interests, we all have one nation. He would like you to believe that I think a war is necessary between the slave states and the free states. And here he misleads you again. I do not think either that we must necessarily be equal with blacks. Again, Judge Douglas has said it himself. A man may be free and yet must not necessarily have equal social and political status. Now I want you to know here today that I'm not arguing so much as to the rightness of my cause and the wrongness of theirs. Really, I'm here to state the difference in where we stand and to show to you the distance between those places. I do not believe, like he would have you believe, that we must all be one or the other. And contrary to Judge Douglas, I do not believe that there must be necessarily an aggressive, hostile, or warlike ends to this conflict. Have we not all known, historically, the division that the issue of slavery has provided? Has there ever been a time when it was not an apple of discord? I call upon all of you to look not to Judge Douglas or to me, but to the Constitution, your hearts, and your consciences. And to remember that while we may all be of different minds, we're all of one country. Thank you.
And we've been having an election all day.
Thank you very much.
Announce that.
After this conclusion of this debate, we have here ballots and pencils where you worthy citizens may cast your votes for which of these two gentlemen you desire to see serving you in Washington. Thank you.
They said it was that teleconference. Can you imagine how well that was presented?